Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Episode 7 here of Warning Track Power features the Harrison Bader contract. He is off the board. Jacob Wilson signs himself an extension. He's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. We have a slight little shakeup with some sweepstakes in the starting pitcher market. And you guys know me and my small moves love to include those at the end of the video, so stay tuned for those. All that on here on episode 7 of Warning Track Power. Please like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe because it helps me a lot. And let's get right into it. Let's start it off with the Jacob Wilson extension. For those of you that do not know about Jacob Wilson, let me tell you, he is one of the best minor league hitters of all time. He hit like 400 down in the minor leagues, got the call up this past year, and he just really went bonkers. I mean, he's got great contact skills, plays decent defense, and well, at the shortstop position, he did get paid from the Athletics. Now, it is a 7-year contract worth $70 million. There is a club option attached to it for an 8th year for an extra $10 million. So it is just $10 million a year when you boil down to it. And I think this is a great deal for both sides, as Wilson, he's going to get paid probably more than he would have through through renewables or an arbitration process. He will miss his first few years of free agency, but that's eligibility, but that's fine. And for the Athletics, $10 million on a guy for 7 years and then you get to choose if you want him back for an 8th year. Who hits above 300? Like that's a pretty good deal for you. And I somewhat like what the Athletics are doing this offseason, which sounds really weird to say considering they're probably not going to be better than a 3rd or 4th place team, which is kind of crazy to say, but I like the moves they've been making. I would love for them to keep it up, but we will see how the rest of this offseason goes for them. But Jacob Wilson has been extended by the Athletics. 7 years, $70 million. Good move. As of now, the top remaining center fielder free agent is off the board officially. Harrison Bader is a San Francisco Giant, and oh boy, did the Giants need this. Yeah, they need outfield help. They do, because so now with Bader being added, that's gonna help that outfield out pretty good, as he slashed 277, 347, and 449 with 17 tanks, 24 doubles. He also went 11 for 18 on steals. He had a 7.8% walk rate to a 27.1% strikeout rate. Then again, Harrison Bader, he's also going to play really good defense. He had 77 outs above averages in his career. And those numbers that I just read off were last year between the Twins and the Phillies. And down the stretch, he really did do some good work with the Phillies. 2 years, $20.5 million with an extra $500K available in incentives brings the total deal up to $21 million. And to make a 40-man roster spot for him, the Giants have made a trade. They have traded Kai Wei Teng to the Houston Astros for catcher prospect Jansel Villarroel. I think I said that right. Teng is a relief pitcher. He could possibly be a starter if you really want him to. That's just a depth move for the Astros, and really, I don't know a lot about this Jansel Villarroel guy, but maybe the Giants see something in him. Yeah, this trade is just to clear space. I don't really know any other ways, because Villarroel is not on the 40-man. Tang is, and now Bader takes that 40-man roster spot. that Tang just got rid of. All in all, good move, San Francisco. Your outfield just got a pretty heck of a lot better, so you can go Heliot Ramos in left, Harrison Bader in center, and then Jung Hoo Lee in right field. I like it. I like it. Let alone your infield being one of the best infields in the game of baseball. Rafael Devers at first, Willie Adames at short, Matt Chapman at third, and then Patrick Bailey behind the plate, of course, on second base. Still's going to need a little work, but Fangraphs shows Casey Schmidt being the starting second baseman, which isn't bad. I don't think that's bad at all. I just think it could be a lot better. Maybe the Giants end up targeting a Nico Horner or a Brendan Donovan. But it is time to talk about the starting pitcher sweepstakes. The top guys left, obviously Framber Valdez is still there. I'll talk about him. Lucas Giolito, Zach Gallen, who I won't talk about in this episode, but you can go back to one of my previous ones and you'll hear my thoughts on Gallen, and Justin Verlander, who I will also talk about right here, right now. For Justin Verlander, I really see him just getting like 1 year, maybe two if he's like really lucky. But like $10 to $15 million for the season, probably closer to 12. I'm gonna be honest. For Verlander, I mean, don't forget, just 2022, he had that mythical season with the Astros, where we won the Cy Young, and well, I don't really know. I don't know if there's a great landing spot for Verlander. I don't know if a lot of teams are in on him or not, but that's just where I see him going. I mean, he's just like a depth piece to add to the back end of the rotation, which is crazy to say for Justin Verlander, but because he's Justin Verlander. But he is getting old. Now, a guy who is not getting as old very quickly, or he's just not as old at the moment, Framber Valdez. I see him getting like 7 years, $200 million, considering Ranger Suarez got 5 years, $130 from the Red Sox. It is reported, however, that teams are expressing some disinterest in Valdez due to his previous clubhouse issues with the Astros, and also, once again, that catcher mishap from the 2025 season was, yeah, that was something. So that's why I think he's still on the board. Otherwise, I think there would be zero reason why he should not be off the board at this point. And the last guy I'm going to talk about very briefly, Lucas Giolito. Reportedly, the Orioles, very close to a deal with him, are very interested. So are the Detroit Tigers. This would be a good move for both of them. Giolito is like a 3 starter, maybe. He'll probably be around a $20 million range, just about. So probably 18 on the low end. And Giolito's going to go out there, and if he's healthy, he's going to be a pretty good pitcher. I mean, with Boston, he kind of was injured for most of the deal, so he couldn't really see his full potential. But during that streak where he was like really good, and he was just going out there, Crochet and Bayo and Giolito would go back to back days, and it would just be a competition of who could outdo the other. So that was really cool to see as a Red Sox fan. Well, then again, Giolito, the concern is health. Can he stay healthy is the question. Next up, we got my small moves that you guys already know have to be coming. The White Sox appear twice. They signed Lucas Sims to a minor league deal. They also signed Seranthony Dominguez to a 2-year deal worth $20 million. And honestly, I didn't really think Seranthony Dominguez was going to be a $10 million a year kind of guy. And I didn't know the White Sox were going to give up that much money for Dominguez. But they did. And so he will likely end up being the closer on this White Sox team for those 2 years. The Kansas City Royals signed Eli Morgan to a minor league deal. Cal Quantrill and the Texas Rangers agree to a minor league deal. The Twins announce a mutual parting with President of Baseball Operations Derek Falvey, and the Braves agree to a minor league deal with Martin Perez. Now, to end today's episode, I am going to play some Immaculate Grid. Today's episode is going to finish with that. Starting it off here with the Red Sox and the Rockies. This one is going to be Trevor Story because I am a fanboy. This one's also here for Boston, and Atlanta is going to be one of my least favorite Red Sox that have ever played, Vaughn Grissom, because obviously we traded him for Chris Sale, and I could put Chris Sale there, but lower rarity, you know what I'm saying? We got Dennis Eckersley down here. This grid actually isn't too bad, to be honest. And then my guy, Brett Saberhagen. Oh, boy. Yeah, here we go. Brett Saberhagen. Nice guy for down the middle there. Up in here, the only reason I know who this guy is because he was an all-star with the Colorado Rockies in 2019, and he played a year with the Rangers, and he got an MLB The Show card. It's David Dahl. Nice 3% there. I guess you could also use Andres Galarraga there, but, rarity, am I right? And then here we can go Johnny Damon. Whoa. Whoa, that seems like way too low of rarity for all of these. Wait, this was just at 9 and 3. Okay, I think something's messed up with the grid, but that's all right. I'll take it. It makes me look a little better. Here we can go Jock Peterson. There we go. For Rangers A's, we can go Marcus Semien. And then right down the middle with Royals and that's not the Athletics. Royals and the Braves can go Jorge Soler. And that is an Immaculate with a rarity score of 122 for the video. There we go. That is gonna do it for today's episode of Warning Track Power. And we are just a few feet short of the fences, but all in on the game. See ya next time.